Hello everybody. Today I want to talk a little bit about tracker add-ons, which is a very useful little feature of Haiku. And there we go. You've seen me use them. There's a couple that come loaded by default with Haiku. But there are more. And sometimes they're preferable. So, if we do a search in Haiku Depot, we can see batch rename. That is an application and a tracker add-on. So you can run it from here as an application and then just drag the files into it, or you can select the files in tracker and then the add-on will be somewhere around here. And as the name implies, that lets you rename files, then copy name to clipboard. I can't believe I haven't got it in this installation. Let me just install it quickly. Right, that is an extremely useful little thing, because in tracker you just select your file and you say copy name to clipboard, and then you can cut and paste. Well, sorry, you've already copied it, you can paste it wherever you need. And let's just get a file there, and I can now copy name to clipboard. And that's the full path name of that file. Right, open origin package. Now, that works with the Haiku packaging system, because it's mostly useful for developers, because you've now ported this program and it needs lib blah blah so.16. All right, so you track it down, but which package do you now have to put in as a prerequisite? Well, with this one, you can just locate the file and use this add-on, and it'll open in a Haiku Depot window the exact package that it came out of. It's incredibly useful. Pico rename. It's a very good renaming facility. And there's another one also called rename. And you can have all these rename programs loaded up. Doesn't really matter. They work in slightly different ways. They have slightly different features. And use whichever one is right for you at the moment. Right, then we have tracker grep. Now, you may already have used text search. This is a slightly different way of doing the same thing. Right, then a tracker add-on for Git. I never used this one myself. I tend to keep my Git usage as simple as possible. Track runner. Right, so if you play around a lot with Java files and YAB files and Ruby and Python, then with this you can set it up so that from tracker you can, if you have a jar file, for example, you can just use track runner, write a little one-line script, right? I wonder, can we get a closer look at it here. Right, so this is for Python web server, right? So there you can see the one-line script, one-line command, to which gets added the name of your file that you ran this on. Right, then upload it. That works very closely with Clipdinger, and it helps you to upload a file to this online service called OXO or 0x0.st, and it gives you a link, a download link, which you can just then email to your buddy, and he or she can then download that file. Right, and there's Zookeeper, never used it myself, but again, that would be very similar to Track Runner, but it will run on multiple files. And so if you can write little one-line bash commands to do something specific, then you can select a bunch of different files and run this on them. Okay, so that is not quite the end of it. There are a few more programs that will install add-ons all by themselves, and let's see, we've got a bunch of programs on here. No, it doesn't work here. Okay, that will only work on specific files. Right, so if you have, I think Beezer, it's a archive utility, that will add quietly a bunch of add-ons that say open this archive in Beezer or convert this to a different kind of archive, if I remember correctly. So this is not the end of the tracker add-ons. There are more that are just part of a slightly different way of doing things that come pre-packaged with full apps. So don't be surprised if you install an app and then suddenly in your add-ons menu you see, oh, I can do this now. It happens. Now, and once you get used to them, you get used to which ones you've loaded up, well, they are incredibly useful little programs. Thanks for watching.